Good day everyone, we're Top Down Racing here. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga. So let's see what Works Team Rally is all about. Published by Zeppelin Games in 1993. And yes, I'm pretty excited. This animation at the start's pretty cool. It's not a game I heard of back in the day. The reviews are, we can pick a car. This is a bit underwhelming. It's just like different colours. Anyway, nincompoop gameplay, stupid jet, and just seeing how you'd got on with the game in your first or second go. Yes, it's not expert. We'll see what goes on. Is there enough there if you want to go and play it again? This looks okay. Holland, anti-clockwise. Here I go, doing a qualifying lap. Started off. The car's not moving particularly fast. Looks like the speed in the left-hand side. Lap time and cars, it says at the bottom. So let's just learn the track. It's not moving as quick as what Micro Machines would be, because that went at a hell of a fantastic pace. We've seen just enough of the map to try and see where we're going, although there's not a great deal in front of us. So learning the track is super important, which is quite likely, quite familiar with all of these games. It's not Nitro, is it? Anyway, we qualified at the back. Yes, it's not supercars either. Doesn't look like there's any weapons, but we'll soon find out if we can get upgrades further down the line. Supercars is in 1990. Bear in mind, this was 3 years later. And Supercars 2 is in 1991, which is a revelation with great sound, which was uplifted from the Lotus games. This is poor. Now, overtaking, let's have a overtaking is a bit iffy. It sounds like the sounds have been taken from a public domain disc rather than a commercial game. Feels like it's been written in Amos. Now, I'll tell you what this reminds me of. The year before, Zeppelin Games released International Truck Racing, which I can let go because that was funny with the trucks. Here it looks like it's trying to be a bit more serious with proper cars, but it's the same sort of engine, and just like International Truck Racing, it's rubbish. Now, if you had played this game back in the day, let me know. Your experiences might be a bit different, but it's too slow. Playability is awful. Like overtaking, I've been penalised too much already, so like crashes. Sound is rubbish, and it doesn't control very well. The car slows down too much if you go off-road. So taking a sneaky shortcut to get past people is iffy. But anyway, we'll see after the race is over we got any choice for upgrades, because we desperately need them. So Micro Machines, it is not. It'll come late in the day, later than all the decent ones. Nitro is my favourite top-down racing game on the Commodore Amiga, although the loading times are pretty poor. But I like it. It's got atmosphere. Well, this hasn't. This is a pain in the big bottom. Yes, please subscribe if you haven't already. Keep away from Works Team Rally. Big thank you to those people subscribed so far, as we look at the good, the bad, and there's a lot of rubbish out there and ugly. But anyway, never mind. I hope you didn't buy this one back in the day. I hope you didn't. You know, other games as well, it's a bit isometric. Badlands would have been better than this. Ivan Stewart. Basically, almost any game you care to mention, top down, is better than this. If you know a worse one than this, comment below. I mean, Hot Rod was a little bit disappointing, but that had good music, and it was better than this again. Now, I've been left well behind. I presume we either get points or money awarded for where we come. There's no upgrades on the track like Super Sprint would be. No spanners to collect here or there, or coins or money. So it's a little bit boring. When I say a little bit boring, very boring. If you've got too much damage or you've run out of fuel, go into the pits to refuel. Oh man, looks like one more lap to go, I think. Lap 3, 4, whatever it is. Okay, right, oh come on. Let's see if I can at least take over one person. There, right, there's a fuel gauge. You can just about see that along the left going down. We've got plenty of fuel there. And I think the other one, is that damage or something? I'm losing the will to live. If you weren't here, I would have turned it off already. Right, so I've got past that red car. That's going to do me in good tidings, is it? I don't know if the cars we selected at the beginning had different speeds. I very much doubt it. The car is very slowly accelerating. Just 0 to 60 in about 4 hours. But any collision will, even from the back, will upset your speed. So it's no good. Right, I'm having to ease ever so slightly around the corners because the car's got as much grip as a giraffe on ice skates. Terrible. Oh man. Okay, I'm not enjoying this at all. We'll see if the tracks go any different. I'll check a flag, thank goodness for that. So it looks like we beat at least one person. Oh, that's about it. Yes. If you want to see other Commodore Amiga games we've reviewed, well, they're in a playlist in the description below. Here's a link there. Or you click on my username, takes to the channel page where we've got time for repairs. Click on the playlist tab and Amiga will be there along with a list of other stuff. Check out the Facebook page if you're on Facebook, or Twitter if you're on Twitter, or X. Is it Jenkins7Nick? I am on that. Right, okay. Links are on the channel page. Right, buy a new tyre. This is the damage so far, so let's upgrade that. The bodywork was pretty much wrecked. Look at that cool car in the background. Now, a lot of things with computer games, you try and take yourself into a world where you wouldn't normally have, like absolute fantasy. And in your wildest fantasies, you could have owned a car like there is in the background. So, you know, it hasn't got the allure of Lotus Turbo Esprit Challenge, has it? This game, deep breath, this game, say it with me, it's going to be the word rubbish. This game is rubbish! Okay, do you want to go that again? It's rubbishy. It's awful, it's terrible. I don't know what it was scored back in the day. Even though I bought it for public domain for £1, I would have wanted a refund, or I certainly would have copied over the disc. Let's see if this track's any better as we head off to Germany on our qualifying lap. Now, I'm not going to do the full game, because it looks like to do the whole season would take ages, and what saddo is going to spend the whole weekend playing this? Not me. Right. Go. Right, so we're on sort of like gravel, but it doesn't seem to change, didn't seem, no, I've gone to tarmac, it doesn't seem to have changed the handling whatsoever. Okay, right, now, I'm hardly on the racing line here, if the programmers bear that in mind. I'm just trying to follow the track as much as I can. My viewing distance is not very good. Right, okay, well, it seems to be moving a bit quicker this time, but there was no visible, apart from repairing the car, there was no visible upgrades, was there? There's no, like, sexy things like missiles and mines we can leave behind, like supercars. Looks like they've gone for an out-and-out racer and failed miserably, as I've qualified at the back. Don't play this. Do check out the review of International Truck Racing the year before, 92, also from Zeppelin Games. See if it's used the same engine, but it seems to have done. The tracks aren't too dissimilar. Sound effect scenes pulled from there as well, but those going from comedy, so we can let that off. There's no comedy element here. I'm certainly not laughing. Now, how am I going to get past this mob? I mean, look, it's like a permanent roadblock. It's like you're late for work and there's cars in the way. You can't go off the road because the car goes too slow. The mirrors have touches and you can't get past anyone. It's unfair. It's unfair. It's frustrating. Poor engine sounds, poor playability, uninspiring courses, no weapons. It's a travesty. We aim, as you can tell, I don't like it. We aim the reviews to be about 10 minutes long. Sometimes they're a bit shorter if I don't like it. The reviews that tend to go on a bit longer is when I get carried away playing racing games. But I'm sure I'm not going to get carried away playing this thing. I mean, I can't get past anyone. If only had a missile or something, or a sneaky shortcut like Badlands or Super Sprint or one of those. No shortcuts here. Look at that. Three cars abreast. There's no way through. It's impossible. I mean, if you know any tips, then let me know as well. It's automatic gears, that's one thing. I'll not have to accelerate through there. But it might be in my imagination, or I'm just getting used to it. This second track seems slightly quicker than the first one. But it is no micro machine. You can zip off the table. There's a fun element to that one as well. Takes you in a bit of fantasy. This, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. It feels very public domain, but it was a commercial release. Zeppelin Games. Well, anyway, I don't know how many people were working on this. It feels a bit like one person working on their own and submitting it to the Zeppelin Games. So I've got no beef with that one person. They've done well as one person, but Zeppelin Games should have taken this and upgraded it a little bit. Lazy. Anyway. Oh, God. I mean, improvements, not penalised so much for going off-road. Have a few shortcuts here and there. Maybe put some weapons or some upgrade system in place, like all the good top-down games. So you feel like you're getting somewhere, so you want an advantage, upgrading your car to give it that level of excitement. This, just poodling around, frustrating overtaking, no way of changing your situation, upgrading the car at all. So there is no progression. The tracks, I'd imagine, are going to be fairly similar. Two is similar to one. It might change things, but I very much doubt it. So it's a very lacklustre affair and not utilising the Commodore Amiga's strengths as much as it possibly can. It's definitely bottom division stuff. Cover disc as an extra thing on that cover disc rather than being the main event. Terrible. Anyway, let's just get to the end of this and then we'll get out of here. Good stuff. We're here to stress bust, you know, and have a bit of a laugh, really. So, even playing this drunk with friends, a split screen 2-player might have... No, it wouldn't have done with it, really. It would have saved nothing. Yes. Anyway, are you a Nitro fan? Do you hate Nitro? Do you like supercars? Do you like supercars too? Are you not a fan of top-down racing at all? I like these like slight angled ones, like Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road and that IndyCar one as well. That was quite good. Well, it wasn't as good as Off-Road, was it really? That was my favourite one. Funny enough, that Ivan Stewart's Off-Road is a very different game, course-wise, on different systems. Love the Mega Drive version, like the Amiga version. Spectrum version took a while because the colours are all the same colour, but you know, it's one of my faves still. You can get used to it, but not this. With so many racing games available, there's no real reason to play this. 1993 as well, things were pretty up moving quite forward. The Chase Few games like Lotus Esprit come out in 1993 years before that. I mean, this feels like it's on a different computer. I mean, it could be a Commodore 64 game, this, and it'd be acceptable on the Commodore 64 because, you know, it's utilising the system's power. 64K. Amiga had more than 64K. It had 500K or a megabyte if you upgraded. What the hell is this doing? How much is this using? Not a great deal. It doesn't feel like a 16-bit game, so disappointing, underpowered, missed opportunity. What the hell were they doing? Presentation isn't too bad. Minimalistically, there's no bells and whistles, so we will get out of here. I've got no intention of playing it any further because it's not going to change. So hope you like to have a look at that. I wasn't over pleased playing it, and that's an underestimate. That was Works Team Rally on the Commodore Amiga, played with Zeppelin Games in 1993. Pretty much a rehash of international truck racing, really. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Right, I'm having to ease over slightly around the corners because the car's got as much grip as a giraffe on ice skates. Terrible. Oh man.